Hey guys. Move this. Let me see. Should tag some people. And some of you guys may be like doing dinner and stuff right now too, so I'm just gonna tag everybody that I see on here. Let's see. Hello. Hi guys. If y'all go to my YouTube channel and you watch my videos, I think every video I start off with, hi guys, like a high-pitched schoolgirl, and I don't even understand why. Hi. Hello. Hey April. Carolina. Cheyenne. Katie. Hi. Carly. I do every single video. If you go to my YouTube and you look at every video, I literally started off with hi, and I always think like, why do I do that? I don't understand. Sorry, I'm coming back. Hi guys, hello. I was worried. I went on to see like a live or whatever to see how people were like on social media, and I was like, okay, only one person's active, so I'm pumped. Hey y'all. Got my drink. Y'all ready to talk about some social media? I'm pumped. I'm pumped. So, just out of curiosity, like, who on here even like follows me on Instagram or YouTube or anything? Why is my upper lip so red? Who on here follows me on like Instagram? Just curiosity, if y'all, so that way I can kind of like relate on like what I'm talking about with you guys as well. Awesome, April. Yes, girl. Brianna. Okay. Angie. Okay, cool. So, if y'all follow me on Instagram, then y'all know that I post a lot, okay? Actually, today's probably the first time in like a decade that I haven't posted at all. So I post a lot. I don't know why my upper lip is so red. It is like really bothering me. So I post, that is super bright. I post a lot. I think I've started following you, but not, okay. Alright, so to get into it, okay. So my name is Courtney. I'm a star director with Wild and Wickless. I finally, 2 years later, have gotten my team name, thank God. But I kind of want to talk about, I think social media was really important for me to snag on because I exploded, my business took off from social media. People joining my team, my sales, all those things, like it took off with Instagram. And so I kind of wanted to like point that out, that when I started Scentsy, okay, for those that have never heard my story, I'm going to make it really quick because it's a little bit drawn out. I am not one of those people that joined Scentsy and was like super successful, okay? I didn't join Scentsy, pick up my kit and was rolling. That didn't happen to me. I joined Scentsy. I have Irish twins, so I joined Scentsy. I had my second daughter, or my second kid, and my son had just turned 1. And life was insane, and I was that person. I'm not the same person that I was 3 years ago, but I was that person when I joined that I wanted quick success. I wanted to be, I wanted success to fall in my lap, and I knew this internally. Like, looking back now, I knew this internally that I didn't join for the right reasons. I joined to get quick cash, and I was ticked off when I didn't, okay? And that's just the honest truth, and I feel like the sooner that anyone, like, really digs down deep to find out, like, you know, how you really feel about something is when things can change, okay? So I joined for the wrong reasons. I had the right mentality, but I joined for the wrong reasons, if that makes sense. And the first 6 to 7 months of my business, I failed. I didn't make more than a $50 paycheck. I didn't hit sensational start levels. I hit shooting star because I paid $100 myself in my own orders. I did not reach out to people. You know, every time Ray, who's like my best friend, is also my superstar director and my sponsor, we went to middle school together. So I joined because of her as well. But you know, she would give me tasks one-on-one to do. Like, I want you to do a live video on Instagram. Or I want you to do, you know, I want you to make a story. Or I want you to do that. And if you guys would have known me 3 years ago, I promise you, you wouldn't have seen my face on a camera like this, okay? I just couldn't do it. And I remember she would give me these, like, trainings and these tasks to do. And I'd be like, no, I'm not doing that. Like, but I would be like, oh, yeah, I'll do it. You know, oh, yeah, I reached out to 5 people. Yeah, I did that. But, like, I didn't do it, which I think that instilled with me why I'm so strict on like accountability pictures, because I was that person to my sponsor that said, yeah, I did something, but then when she's like, all right, girl, let me see your text message, and I just ghosted her. I was that person, okay? I was that person. I was not successful right off the bat. It wasn't until, what, 6-7 months later that I had started my own bakery business in my house, long story short, and I was very successful, but with 2 kids, I just could not do it. It was so exhausting to me. It was so exhausting. I was baking like 300 cupcakes a week, and it was like keto baking, so it was so successful, but I was so flipping drained that I was like, this is not sustainable. I don't want to make a shop out of it. I don't want a storefront. I don't want all that stuff, but I know that I can't do this in the long run, right? And so that got my brain back to Scentsy, where I was like, I mean, if I worked this hard, I made my own labels, I made my own, sheet, like my labels that I stuck on, like the tins, I ordered my own supplies, pretty much the same staples as Scentsy, but I was doing it for my baking business, and I was like, if I can work this flipping hard, why can't I do that with Scentsy? And that was like my first thought process, was like, there's got to be some other way that like we've got to make more money down the line, not that like the same money every single week, right? And so that's where I jumped back into Scentsy. And when I jumped back into Scentsy, I had this different mindset, and this is when my entire life changed. This is where Instagram, social media, really, this is why I'm so strong. Whenever she said social media, who wants to do it, I was like, it's me, because this is how my business took off. This is literally how I was a top recruiter. What year was it? So 2020. In 2020, I was the top recruiter. I had like 9 recruits a month, if not, I think one month I had 10. I had, for like 9 to 12 months, for a whole year, I was the highest recruiter all the flipping time. And it was from social media. Like when I jumped back into Scentsy in April to December, I think I had recruited like 52 people, I want to say. It was insane. It was literally insane. And I don't say that to brag, because I'm not doing that now. I'm not recruiting like 9 people now. But when I started, I was, okay? And I'm very proud of it, because I did a lot of soul searching. I dug out of my like comfort zone, like massively. Like when I first went live on social media, I literally wanted to vomit everywhere. It was horrible. It was so horrible. I stuttered, and I was like shaking, and I was like, okay, let me turn the camera off. And now I don't give a shit. I can have a double chin. I don't give a crap anymore on social media. I don't have makeup on half the time. My kids are acting nuts. I don't really care anymore. But to say this, when I jumped back into Scentsy, what I decided to do was I didn't even tell Rachel, Ray, that I was jumping back in. I was like, I'm just going to do it, and we're just going to rock it, and it's going to be, it is what it is, right? And what I did was I call YouTube social media too, because it really is social media. Like I think Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, I think I said all of them. All of those is what I count as social media, right? It's not just Instagram and Facebook. I count YouTube, I count TikTok, all of those, okay? So when I jumped back in, I watched one training on YouTube every single day. Every single day. I'm not exaggerating you. I had 2 kids, a 1-year-old and a 6-month-old, and I did trainings every single day. Watched one. Whatever I was struggling with, I would watch one video for a week or every other day, and I wouldn't just watch it. I would implement it. It was to the point where like I would put my kids in the car and drive around just to listen to a training. I would go on the walks and give the kids, it was usually their nap time, and they wouldn't go down for a nap or something, and I would put them in the stroller, and I would go for like a 45-minute walk and listen to a YouTube training. And then when I got home and my husband got home, I was implementing whatever I learned. And let me tell you, and the most videos that I watched when I jumped back in was how to get customers with Scentsy, and a lot of the videos and trainings that I watched on YouTube, it was just random people, random SSD, random leaders, which is why I think YouTube is so great, okay, just random people that I was watching. I would just type in, sponsoring Scentsy, labeling Scentsy, sample Scentsy, whatever I was struggling with, I would watch a video on, okay. I'm the kind of person too, I'm a know-it-all, so like, not that I want to be the smartest person in the room, but I don't want to be the dumbest one. I want to know how to do stuff. I want to know how to work Canva. I want to know how to do X, Y, and Z. I don't want anyone to look at me. I don't want to have to go to someone and ask how to do something. I like to know it all, right? That's just who I am. It's fine. It's cool. Nothing wrong with it, right? So, let me move this down. So, that being said, I was like, all right, well, I'm getting on YouTube and I'm going to learn everything that I need to know. I would literally just listen to social media or YouTube trainings in the shower while I was showering, which is usually my time to like just do stuff. I would leave it on the toilet and just listen to trainings and other SSDs talk. I would do it driving to and from like the grocery store. I would listen to it wherever I was. I would listen to one training a day. So my biggest advice to you right now, if you guys don't know where to start or you're struggling with something, instead, if you go to post something and you're like, I can't get any customers, I can't do X, Y, and Z, I want you to erase your status, erase your complaint on your team page, erase your complaint to your sponsor, and I want you to go to YouTube and type in how to Scentsy, okay? So I feel like when you start replacing the I can't with, well, I need to figure out how I'm going to do this, is when the success really starts rolling in. And that's something that I reflected on myself when I jumped back in. I was like, why did I suck so bad? Why was this, why didn't this work for me? And honestly, I look back and I wanted quick cash and I was pissed when I couldn't get it. And I feel like that truly is what it is, honestly. So going forward, I did all that, right? And one of like the biggest things that I learned in these trainings was like social media. And I played back to like Rachel's first like little task for me was like unbox your Scentsy live or do X, Y, and Z live. And I'm like, really don't want to do this. Like the most that people got of me in my stories was like my half face. Honestly, this is like the most that I would show in my stories if I did show anything, okay? Or it was my kids. I never really even used stories. If I'm being honest, I really didn't use stories. So I don't know. It really wasn't a thing. So anyways, randomly, so in the month that I joined in April, I say joined, I jumped back in. I never went inactive. I jumped back in April and May. At the end of June. It was like mid-April when I joined back in. So 2.5 months, I hit director. So I went from, I don't even think I was a certified consultant. I think I was an essential consultant. So I promoted 5 times, certified 4 times, whatever it is, okay? I promoted to director in 2 months, okay? From social media. Literally, Rachel texted me and was like, what the F, Courtney, where the hell did you come from? And I'm like, man, I'm ready to rock and roll. Like, I've got my groove. I know why I'm doing this. I know why I'm here. So I feel like the biggest thing is like knowing your story, knowing if you have failed or if you haven't, whatever. I say this because I feel like my story is just not like anybody else's. And this is why I wanted to lead with it before I fully dive into social media. Because I don't want anyone to look at me and be like, oh, well, look at her because this was me, okay? I say this because this was me. I used to look at like Ray, who's my best friend. I went to middle school with her in Moyoc, okay? So I've known her for a long time. Like we didn't really stay in touch, but we always were social media friends. So what got me into her, and she's asked me like 5 times to join. And literally I did a bag party with her when she like first started Scentsy. And I would say I wasn't really coached that well, but I also was like, I don't know how to say no, and I also didn't want to do it, and I had 0 orders. Like literally my party was a complete flop. She drove 1 hour and 40 minutes from her house, okay? 1 hour and 40 minutes from her house to bring me a bag. I brought it to my work, left it in the lunchroom, and I didn't do anything else with it. I didn't have 1 order. She picked it up for me, and that was it. And then she still asked me to join like 5 times. I'm like, why does she want me to join? I didn't get any orders in her party, literally, okay? So I want you guys, when you look at me or you look at anybody else, if you don't know their true story, don't judge. Because I was the first one to look at Rachel's story, and I'm like, well, no wonder she's successful. She has all these friends, and she's like so beautiful, and she's so fun, like all that stuff. And I feel like if people look at my stories, you could at least say that like, if you have any doubt or like I just know if it was me back then, I could easily look at someone's stories like mine and be like, well, of course she's successful. Like, look at her story. She posts so much, probably has so much interaction. And I don't want anyone feeling that way with me because I promise you, I was the biggest failure doing a bag party hosting. I was a failure my first 7 months of Scentsy. And I decided to change that. So if any of you guys are in that boat, I want you to know it's not the end of it. It's not the end, period, okay? Now, jumping into that, I decided to full-blown, I told myself, I got really serious with myself, and I was like, if I'm going to be successful, if I want to make a life out of Scentsy. I've got to take this seriously. And so that's where the trainings come in. Watch 1-2 YouTube training a day, and a lot of those trainings were get on social media, get on social media. So I started slowly. I started posting stories about products, okay? One of the trainings that I watched was find your top 2 favorite products, okay? Top 2 favorite products, and every single day for 2 weeks, you post a story about those products, okay? That's all. It's very simple. So if you don't use social media and you're nervous about it, this is very simple. Pick 2 products. My products was Scentsy Fresh, and I think, I don't remember, it was 2 years ago. I want to say it was Scentsy Fresh and Counter Clean, or Scentsy Fresh and Diffuser. I just don't really, I don't 100% remember, I'm sorry. But I know Scentsy Fresh for sure, because I made sure every single morning I made my bed, and I sprayed my bed. That was like how I kind of started jumping into like stories, was I started doing that. And then I started showing, it was Counter Clean. I started doing Counter Clean because I remember seeing Katie's stories where every time she used Counter Clean, she had some like throwback 2000s OG song on that I would jam to in her stories, and it reminded me that. So I started doing like songs in my stories with Counter Clean and showing befores and afters on the fridge, on my trash can, on the baseboards, on my cabinets, and that's what I started doing. I know it's hard to pick only 2, but you can switch it every 2 weeks, but this is my theory behind it, and this is why it worked with me. So I did 2 products every single day for 2 weeks, okay? And it was amazing. I literally, I like, you know, kind of did a little short story, like typing, I didn't show my face yet, about like how I'm getting back into Scentsy. I spent all night reaching out to like the last 7 months worth of customers, which I think in 7 months it was only like 50 or 60 customers. It really wasn't that many. And I thanked them all, told them I was sorry for being at MIA. That's my first step, was to apologize for being absent and not taking care of them. And then I sent them like samples. I went full on, I went on YouTube and figured out how people did bag parties. I was like anchored in Scents like crazy, searching like all of Chloe's like bags and stuff and sampling, and I just figured it out and I did it. I didn't, mind you, I didn't ask Rachel one single question. I literally learned everything from YouTube. Okay, like when Rachel came back in and was like, "Where'd you come from?" I was like, I didn't want to bother you. Because at this point, Rachel had like stopped talking to me, like just like you do with your own downline that goes MIA. You're not just gonna reach out to them. So like obviously, so all of that, right? Now I started doing that, and slowly but surely, my story views started going up, and I don't even know how. All I was doing was spraying my bed, spraying the couch. I was doing like music in the background to my Counter Clean reels like Katie had done. I was literally just following what other leaders were doing. I was watching their stories and I was doing what they were doing. That's like what everyone on our team and everyone in our Scentsy culture always says, just do what leaders do, and that's how you become a leader. And that's very true. I just would like watch someone's story and I would see Chloe like, you know, changing out her diffuser, like how to clean your diffuser with vinegar, and I was like, oh shit, I've never sorry if kids are in, oh crap, I've never, you know, shared with you know, how to clean your diffuser, right? And so the next day I would be like, all right, well, guess I'm cleaning my diffuser out. There's no shame in that. And if you have true Scentsy consultants, when I say true Scentsy consultants, I mean like Scentsy consultants that are not greedy, Scentsy consultants that are very like, which everyone should be, but you still have those out there that are not like that, that are like, take whatever you want. Like, I had so many people ask me, like, can I use this story? And I'm like, girl, you don't have to ask me. Just take my story and go. Like, you are good. Nothing that I share, if I share it on my Instagram, is yours to share as well. Okay? Period. Just don't share my QR code because, you know, you need to change that. But that's what I would do. And slowly but surely, my top 2 sellers was Counter Clean and Scentsy Fresh. Okay, when I jumped back in my first month, my top 2 sellers was Scentsy Fresh and Counter Clean, period. So that's why I say pick 2 products, post it every day in your stories, and build a habit of it. I know it's hard, and it's hard for me to say this because I'm a stay-at-home mom, and yes, my life was still busy regardless, but like I didn't work an 8 to 5 and do Scentsy full-time, right? And so I can't really relate in the fact of like I'm gone all day and I come home and have like little time. But the best advice that I can give is you do have 2 minutes to share. You do have 2 minutes to post a story. Okay, and what I did is I linked my Instagram story to my Facebook story. That way you're like knocking 2 birds with 1 stone. Like, and believe it or not, my Facebook and my Instagram, they reach 2 different, totally different people. Like my older generation customers, like 50 and older, they don't have Instagram, but I see them on my stories. I see them on my Facebook stories, and same thing with my Instagram. My Instagram is more like younger age, like my age, 30 and whatnot, you know, people, and that's where I get like my younger crowd from. So I have two very different crowds of people. Like my mom watches my Facebook, she doesn't watch my Instagram. If I didn't have it linked together, she would have no idea what's going on in Scentsy or my kids' world, right? Exactly. When I share how I use my diffuser consistently, I typically sell 1 to 2 just like that. Exactly. People want to see it. People want to see the product. They don't post stock images. Y'all, stop posting stock images. It's cool when you're like, you don't have a warmer and you have to share it. Like, obviously the new catalog that just came out, we don't have a bunch of new, like, real picture warmers. So obviously it makes sense. But like, if we're 4 months into the catalog, y'all need to find some real photos. Show some real photos of these warmers on your Instagram, okay? Go in your stories and talk live like, oh yeah, okay y'all, this new warmer dropped, you know, in the catalog. Look how pretty this picture is that I found. And then screenshot, you know, do the little, like, add a photo to your story and put it like right here at the bottom of your story. And point like this. Yeah, you look stupid when you're doing it. Like, okay, this is dumb. But it looks cute in your stories and people are like, that's unique. Versus like, you go through their stories and you're just like, it's like someone talking monotone, like, oh, we had warmers come out. Go check my website out, click the link. You're not going to get a click. You're not going to get a click. You have to be interactive. But I'm being serious. But anyways, so one of my things after that it took me and reached me out of that comfort zone too is sharing my why. Now, this is where it's hard for some people. I am a very open person. If you guys, for anyone that knows me personally, if I just meet you, I'm like one of those people that like, I will tell you my life story drunk in a bathroom bar. Like, I am just that person. I am like, I am, okay? I have no comfort zones when it comes to like meeting someone brand new. I don't think about like anything that someone shares with me or like me sharing as bragging. I'm not that person. So when I share something, it could come off as bragging, but because my brain doesn't think like that, it's not meant. Does that make sense? Like, I had an old friend that used to think that when I would say stuff, like my first paycheck was Scentsy that was big, and I was like, oh, I made $900 with Scentsy, oh my god, and she thought I was bragging, and I'm like, I was just excited, man, like, come on. So, I am just a very open person, and so, but me going live about it and like sharing my story and my why was a little bit more difficult for me, and this is why I say it could be difficult for you, because not everybody, like, I'm introverted sometimes. I'm like an introvert extrovert. I am introverted. I'm mostly extroverted, but like there are, I don't know, I'm like, it depends on the day if I feel like talking to you or not. I don't really know. But when it comes to like sharing stuff that's like super personable like that, it was a little bit more difficult for me, but I did it, okay? I did it. When I got my first big paycheck, okay, which, mind you, my first big paycheck was like, I think it was like $200, $250, something like that, like my first big one. And I was excited about it. And that was my goal when I jumped back into Scentsy. We had just bought my 4Runner, and my payments were like $250. And so that was kind of one of the reasons I jumped back into Scentsy, because I needed to pay my 4Runner, and I shared that on my story, okay? I watched, if you all know Chastity Robinson, I watched one of her stories one day, and even 3 years later, this is ingrained in me, right? And she had talked about, I remember seeing her walking through, like, I think it was Lowe's or Home Depot, and she was, like, waving around her Scentsy card in her story, and then, like, after, she's like, guess what we did or something, and then, like, in her story, it was like, I just went to Home Depot or whatever it was, Home Depot, and I swiped my Scentsy card for a brand new washer and dryer. That's how blessed I am for this business. And I just remember her sharing that very, very small 15-second story about how she just paid for a brand new washer and dryer with her Scentsy card. And I got this like, oh my god, I want to be just like her. I want to be able to do that one day. And then I had that realization instantly right there. I was like, this is why you share on social media. Because people like me, I am one of those, I'm easily got. I'm easily got. Like, you share an ad on Instagram or Facebook, or you share something that slightly interests me, I'm probably buying it. That's just me, okay? And there's a lot of people out there like me, all right? So with the fact that like Chastity shared this, and I instantly was like, oh, I want to be like her one day, I was like, you know what? I need to start sharing like this. I need to start doing this, because what if somebody else out there is like me, and would be attracted to me saying this, right? And so I remember my first paycheck after seeing Chastity's stories. A few days later, I decided to take a picture of my brand new 4Runner, and I was like, just got my first Scentsy check, so excited, it's paying for my new baby. And I remember writing that and just posting that story, literally posting that story. It was like a 15-second story. It was nothing crazy. It was literally just a picture of my 4Runner on the side, just saying like, my Scentsy paycheck just paid my first car payment, you know, for my brand new baby. And I had like 5 people reach out to me about joining Scentsy. Just like that. Just like that. I'm not saying that's going to happen to everybody. Obviously, it's not. This is me telling you my story and why I think social media is great. I was so scared to share that. And then it came back to that. And then what I decided to do was, you know, I think like 3 of those people ended up joining with me, and I rolled forward. Okay. And then I was like, you know what? And I remember, I think I was also following, it was Chloe or somebody else. I was following somebody else. I think it was Chloe. And she was like buying things here and there. I think it was when she started making some money as well. And she was buying things here and there. And she was posting it like, you know, Scentsy did this. And I just remember seeing like all these stories from like all these SSDs about like, Scentsy did this for me. Scentsy did that for me. I bought this because of Scentsy. And I didn't think it was like conceited at all. I thought it was like more of like a motivation thing, right? And see, and then you post that. Marsha, just paid daughter's driver's ed classes off with today's check. Post it. Share it. Just say, you know, you post a status on your normal Facebook and say, I am so thankful for everyone that has ordered with me because today I paid off my daughter's driver's ed classes. And I'm so excited. So I'm so thankful for Scentsy. Stuff like that, people, it engraves in people. Whether they respond to you now or later, the things that you do, people do remember. Okay? People remember that. And so I started sharing my story. I started sharing my whys. Like in one of them, which I have not shared until I think like the past few months, was that, you know, we lived off of food stamps. When I jumped back into Scentsy, we were off food stamps. We had WIC. We were getting formula for free, and we were getting money from the government because we were too broke to pay for it. That's where we were, okay? We were living off of like $60 a week, $100 a week, and it was not fun. It was not fun. If we didn't have WIC and SNAP, I don't know what we would have done, right? Daycare was stupid expensive for 2 kids under 2. Like, it was just dumb. And so I'm just now like being open about that. But that is something that I did not share back then. But I started sharing my why. You know, the 4Runner was the first thing. And then when my income, when I started like getting more people joining every month and stuff, and I was sharing my stories like once a week. Like once a week, I literally was sharing my stories. And yeah, it's hard. I mean, it's something that like, again, I just started sharing 2 years later that we lived off of WIC and stuff. But like, it's not something new that I have shared in my story that like we lived off of $60 a week. Like we were broke as shit. And there's no shame in that whatsoever. Most people are. When you first start out or you first have kids, most people are broke. Okay, it is what it is. Someone's gonna stay home, or you have daycare. If I went back to work, I would have been making $100 a month. I would have brought home $100 a month because my paychecks every 2 weeks were like $600. It was nothing, and daycare was way more than that. So anyway, so my why, as it changed, you know, throughout the year, throughout the months, I shared it. I constantly share it on social media. I constantly share it with my VIP page, with my customers, and it was my 4Runner. And then it turned into, gosh, you know, my kids were sharing a room at the time, and it was like, we need a house. We need a house. We had a townhouse. We had a townhouse with a backyard, literally the size of my office. Like, it was so small, the dogs like peed in the same spot every single day for 2 years. Like, it was so tiny. And our biggest dream was buying a house together. And so after the 4Runner, when I started making more like $600, $1,000 and whatnot, I started sharing my why. And I was like, all right, guys, you know, me and Ryan's goal was to buy a house this year. That is our biggest why. And I pushed, and I shared and I shared and I shared. And when we finally were able to buy a house, okay, because of the Scentsy income as well, it like changed everything, because I feel like the instant that you know, the car was one thing, but then when we actually bought the house, like my business took off again. Like it was like it took off and then it slowed down for a month or two, like as in like I only had 4 recruits versus 9, and then when we bought our house, it took off, right? And I remember just going in my stories all the time about like, you know, we bought this house, and I still say to this day, I'm like, when I get my Scentsy paycheck, my paycheck pays for all the bills. I literally sit down once my check is deposited, and I share this in my stories. I'll be like, yeah, once, you know, my check pays for the entire house, and we live off of Ryan's income. We do X, Y, and Z. We do house renovations with Ryan's income. Like, obviously my why and like what Scentsy has done for us over the years has changed, but I share it. People, you know, it's not a pity party when you go to your VIP page and you're like, all right, y'all, my biggest goal this year is to buy a house. I would love for you to invite 5 of your friends, host a party for me. Let me, you know, let me meet new people. Let's expand. You know, people want to help you. And I feel like I've done that the past month, like reaching out to people and just saying, all right, girl, I'm trying to expand my business. I want 5 new customers. Would you be down to do a scent social with me for 3 days? It'll be super fun. I'll do a giveaway for your people. I will buy you something, a mini warmer, whatever. But I'm also being introduced to new customers. What do you think? And I have 10 parties this month, and I already have, I think, 6 next month, and I had 11 last month. By just saying simply that, because I reached out on social media and talked about it, because I went into my VIP page and asked my customers. I did one-on-one text messages. This is why social media and one-on-one texting is such a staple in your business. You've got to get out of that comfort zone and start sharing, okay? Now, you also need to think about with social media, why do you follow somebody? So I would drop in the comments, when you think of someone, or when you think of social media and someone, what do you compare them to? Like Chelsea Otto, we think of plants, right? What do you guys think of? I don't remember who posted this the other day, but it was a really good thought that has stuck with me for this training. When you think of someone, an SSD, your upline, someone that you follow that's not even on your team like me, what do you think of when you think of someone's name, right? You go to their Instagram and you know that with Ray you're going to see dogs, okay? Yes, family and freedom for me, definitely. I am always in my stories about mom life. I'm always in my stories about mom life, always. And alcohol, because I need it because of mom life. Nicole, plants. My kids, yeah, my kids. I get the most interaction from my kids. The most interaction. If I ever post a story about me crying, or how much I love my kids, on those days, I get the most interaction. Chloe Cox, freedom, yep. My renovations and mom life, okay, I am. Last year, if y'all followed me last year, I was big into renovations. We're done with most of them right now. But we were big in renovations last year when we bought our house, and that was a big journey a lot of people followed me on. So y'all know us as like the flippers. There's so many. April, Disney Mom. Rachel Penn's Target Tuesdays. I haven't seen that. Target Tuesdays. I know her because her pictures are so stunning. She has like the perfect Instagram. April Pagan renovating. Okay. I think of Katie Lassiter and her puns, if you watch her stories are always throwback 2000s. Rachel and her pups. Chastity, her main thing is domestic violence and whatnot, right? So I want you to think, when you think of these people, I want you to find something. I want you to find some niche or something that you can, I guess, like accentuate on. And I want you to start posting about that on your Instagram. I want you, okay, so she used to go to Target every Tuesday to the dollar spot. See, something like that. It's not Scentsy related, but it gets you a following and people know you for that, right? Danny and her makeup. So I want whenever someone else asks this in 3 months to say your name and what your niche is. You know, Angie because of this, Carly because of this, Brianna because of this. That's what I want you guys to think about. Why do you follow somebody? What interests you? Like, honestly, what interests you on my page? Y'all are saying renovations and mom life. Like, that's literally what my Instagram is about, is mom life and renovations. Me and Ryan are constantly renovating something. We're constantly doing something all the flipping time, which is great and it's fun. But that's what people know us for, right? That's whenever I start posting about renovations, my story views get up to like 400 plus, literally, when I do renovations. So I want you to think about, you know, what your niche is or why you follow someone, and then look at your own Instagram. And I want you to go to your page. Are you sharing Scentsy? Are you showing that you do Scentsy, right? Like, and what I mean by that is, do you have a picture on your Instagram of you in a wax bar? Do you have a picture on your Instagram of, oh, I'm doing thank you mail today? Like, do you have stuff on your Instagram, a reel, a post that is not a stock image, that is you? So when someone goes to your Instagram or your Facebook or YouTube, they're going to instantly see a Scentsy product and know that you sell Scentsy, right? Let me see. I love my pit bull, reading, Cokes, and crawfish. My hubby and kids. Okay, so Amy, excuse me, Amy, I mean, you could do something as far as like reading every single morning. I also noticed about Katie, every single morning, Katie has some kind of page of book that she's reading. I think it's her daily devotions or something. I can't remember. Whatever she's doing in the morning. I don't read, obviously, the actual page, but I just know that every morning I can expect that I will see Katie's book that she's reading or whatever, right? So maybe every single morning you take a cute little picture of your coffee and the book that you're reading, or every night you have a picture of your Pepsi and your book, and that's what you do every single day. You take a picture and it holds yourself accountable, right? Okay, your puppy and your kiddo. So something like that. And I would just strongly stick to it. Like me, it's my kids. Every day you can expect for me to complain about my kid at least once. That's just, it is how it is, right? I haven't posted it all today, and I've had like 5 texts that are like, are you okay? You okay? Because I haven't posted it all today. So just think about, like, you don't have to have a direct niche, but I do suggest that, like, you start finding something that you can post about at least once a day or every other day, that people will start like, okay, I expect to see this, right? We know that when we go to Chloe's profile and we go to her stories, we're going to expect to see demonstrations of Scentsy or something along the lines of like her office and something in her office. That's just every single day, okay? So think about that and why you follow someone and why someone should follow you, okay? Be real. The most interactions that I get besides my renovations are like literally the ones where I'm like, I'm having a tough day. I'm over being a mom today. This freaking sucks sometimes. And that is when I get the most people. It's when I'm vulnerable and I'm myself is when I get the most people, and it opens up conversations, because people don't want to just go to your page or text you just about Scentsy. They want to know who they're buying from. They want to know that you're a person and not like a robot on the other end of a computer, right? They want to know that you're a real person like them. A lot of my customers are moms that have, especially stay-at-home moms, that have really hard times, and we relate on a lot of levels, okay? So that's one of them. YouTube. I would hope at this point everyone has a YouTube channel. Not that you have to upload something yet, but I think that if you're a lead consultant and above, 1, you should be doing trainings with your team if you're a lead and above, but 2, you can subscribe to other channels, and whenever you do demonstrations, like I have on my YouTube, you know, what was it, 2 weeks ago or a week ago, I did a video of me filling up all of my diffusers. I haven't done a diffuser video in forever. And I did just a video on, I was doing a party and I decided to go live on my diffuser day, my diffuser and my warmer day. And I was like, I'm gonna walk around and show you guys how to fill up your diffuser. And that was me in the party live. And then I saved the video after I was live, okay? And I uploaded it to my YouTube. And now I am able to literally just share that in every single party from here on out. Same thing on my YouTube. There is a video, like one of my first like 5 videos of me sitting in the car showing the difference between a mini fan and a Scentsy Go. I will tell you that is like my most watched video in parties, because people always ask me which one is better. Do you like the mini fan or do you like the Scentsy Go better, Courtney? And I'll say, here, let me show you the video of the difference, and you can decide which one you like better. You know, me and Ryan, we love the Scentsy Go, but sometimes I don't want as much kick and I just do the Scentsy fan. But I like the Scentsy Go. I just like it, okay? I feel like the mini fan just flops around in the car and I just don't like it. So people will watch the video and they'll be like, oh wow, right? So just little stuff like that. You do an Instagram story of, you know, maybe you have like 10 Instagram stories, right? You can save them all, do a merge app. There's a merge app, a merge video app, and you upload them all, and then you upload that 2-minute video to YouTube, and bam, there's like something for like a random person to watch if they want to. Facebook is my thing. I've recently started working on Instagram though. Don't have a clue how to use YouTube or even do stories or reels. So all I can say with that is those that like don't do social media like that, just try it. Just try it. There are some girls on my team who have like never used Instagram, and I'm like, listen, you have to remember the diversity out there. Not everybody uses Facebook the way they use Instagram, and not everybody uses Instagram the way they use Facebook. So this is what I do. I love Instagram, obviously. I didn't have like a lot of friends. My biggest goal was like to up my Instagram views and whatnot, obviously my people that follow me, but what I do is when I post Instagram stories, I will, if they're important, like let's say I'm changing my wax one day, okay, and I take a video, I do a story, right, and which I always do, like once a week I always do my stories of me changing my wax, and people love that because they see your warmers, they see all the products you're using in your house, and they're like, oh, I love this, right? And when people know that you are actually using the products, you're actually doing the dishes, you're actually using counter clean, you're actually spraying your dog bed and spraying your dog's freshen up pup, they want to do what you're doing. I promise you. They want to do what you're doing. They want to follow what you're doing. I'm one of those people. If I watch you do it and you pop up an ad with it, I want it. I'm going to buy it. I'm a sucker for those. I'm the easiest influence person ever. Okay, it just is. Probably why it makes it easier for me to be an influencer, because I'm easily influenced. So I just follow how I was influenced. I would be like, well, how'd she get me? Oh, that funny reel. Well, let me go do one. That's what I do. Okay, so, and then what I'll do is I'll save those stories. And I did a training, or I did a Google Drive, whatever it was, a Google Drive, a Google form last year for my customer page, and I said, hey guys, it's anonymous, I'd love for you to fill it out. And one of my questions that I give my customers was, are you on Facebook more, or do you follow me on Instagram? And a lot of them said they didn't follow me on Instagram. So if they don't follow me on Instagram, then I know they're not watching my stories, okay? So, and then one of the things I asked too was, what would you like to see more of in my VIP page, or in our VIP page? And someone said, how to clean up your wax. Like, how do you get the wax out? Which is something we would all think that our customers know, but I go back to it and I'm like, you know what? I share a lot of, like, how do you change your wax, like cotton cleanups and all that in my stories to Facebook and Instagram, but I don't share that to my VIP page. And I'm forgetting that. And other people are like, we want to see more unboxings. We want to see more of you using products. And I'm like, Instagram and Facebook, where are you at? But then I realized a lot of my older customers, which is a lot of them, they don't do all that stuff. And so you have to be versatile. You have to do Instagram and Facebook. That's my opinion. And to make it very easy, all you have to do is when you get on Instagram, you link your story, and it's automatic now. You do it one time. Am I good now, y'all? Give me a thumbs up. Am I good? Or am I still frozen? Let's see. Is it helping? Am I good? Okay, cool. All right, so maybe it was where my phone was at. So one of the things, thank you guys. One of the things with like Instagram and Facebook is Instagram, whenever you sign up for Instagram or you do Instagram, I would just try to get comfortable doing it, because you're going to meet, when I post a reel, it reaches anywhere from like 1,000 to 4,000 views. That's 4,000 people that are seeing my story of me changing wax. Okay? Sometimes I get someone, sometimes I don't. It's a hit or a miss. But Instagram stories are great because you can reach such a big realm of people. Okay, so that's why I think it's great. Now, you can link your Instagram stories to your Facebook. Now, this is my thing with Facebook, okay? I do not post a bunch of Scentsy stuff on my personal Facebook page, okay? I don't. That's why my VIP page there. I want my VIP page to feel like my VIPs. Like, you get my first looks, you get all these things. And then I want my personal page just to be about my family, for my grandma, grandmas to see it, for my aunts, aunts to see it, whatever, family, friends to see it. I don't want to post and saturate my regular personal Facebook page. So I have my VIP page for that, right? But what I realized was, like, all the stuff that I was sharing in my stories, I wasn't sharing on my VIP page. And so I started saving my Instagram stories, doing the video merger, and then I would post it, like this morning, yesterday I sprayed my bed in the morning, right? And took a picture of the bottle, did the videos, I did the video merger, I saved the video, okay, from my Instagram stories, my Facebook stories, and I posted it into my VIP page. And I was like, what are you spraying your bed with this morning? ? And I had the video of me that I just used on Instagram. 3 people were like, I've never used Scentsy Fresh before. Does it smell good? Just like that. Just like that. I'm like, there's 3 people that I did not reach on Instagram and Facebook, but in my VIP page on a post, I'm reaching them. Same thing, share the whiff box, okay? The whiff box for this month has a mini warmer and 2 wax bars and laundry samples. I posted that to my Instagram story twice already this month. No hits. Nobody wants one, but I just posted it to my VIP page, and I had 19 comments in the first hour. 3 people already ordered it. Just like that. So you have to think, like, you need to know where your customers are from. Are they migrating from Instagram? Are they migrating from Facebook? If they're in parties, are you adding them to your VIP page? Okay, I made this. All right. Keep your tickets. I bought this big roll off of Amazon for $6 of tickets. okay? And what I'm going to do is every month I do a giveaway. Okay, so my average PRV last month was 6,000. I had a little over, I think I was at 6,200 last month. Sorry, y'all. In PRV, I'm at 2,000 right now, and I still have 9 parties left. So, but that's not to brag, okay? December I had 19, I had just under 2,000. I had a really rough December mentally. I had just under 2,000, and it was the first month in a year that I had under 2,000. So I usually am around 2,500 to 3,500 every single month, but I want to say October and November and January, I was around anywhere from like 4,000 to 6,000. Okay. And this is how I do it. I use my social media. I share everything. I share everything. And listen to me right now. If you are only talking to your customers, I'll tell you in a minute. So if you're only posting in your, okay, first of all, how many of y'all have a VIP page? I hope everyone does. But how many of y'all have a VIP page and how many people are in it? I'm really curious to know. Drop in the comments. How many people are in your VIP page if you have one, which I really hope you do. But if you have one, how many people are in it and how active are you in it? Are you posting once, if not twice a day in your VIP page? $40 people? Okay. Melissa, I do. Carly, I do. Brianna, I do. Jennifer Heath, 45. Me, daily, 30. Okay, so I guess my next question then is, okay, 65, 117. Okay, now when you guys do parties, are you asking every single person one-on-one to join your VIP group? I do, but I only have a handful. I've had a rough time since December, so I haven't been as active. Okay. 135, 3 to 4 times a day. I do 35 daily, usually 60 to 70% views. Yep. I try to post 1 time, sometimes 2 or more. I have 40 people, and I make it a point to post at least 2 times a day. Okay. Private message, yes, one-on-one. Okay, I have 49 people, not consistent, okay. All right, cool. So most people, it seems like anywhere from like 45 to 115, and you post at least once a day. So this is my next question, I guess. My VIP, I think, is at like 370 right now. And it's a messenger and a link to your page. Yes, PM, great idea. Okay, so this is what I do on social media, okay? I'm going to give y'all a party tip. I know this is not, I mean, it is social media, but it also is not like my main topic, partying right now. That's not my main topic, but this is social media related. Okay, so, and then my question to you, okay, so I haven't had parties forever because everyone just wants to order. I even offer free mini warmer. All right, listen. Now, how many of you, when you are asking someone to party, do you post about it in your VIP page, in your stories with like a little slide bar that says, you know, I want to party? Or do you post it on your regular VIP page saying, who wants a party? I have 3 spots open this month. Or do you text people one-on-one? Like legitimately, like be honest, be completely honest, one-on-one. Do you text at least 40 people, maybe not 40, 20 people a week, 20 people a week, and ask them to have a party with you? Same for me. I haven't had a party in over a year, and I offer all kinds of different things. Post and message them. Okay. Okay. So this is my thing. To this day, I will not ever get a response when I post a status. Okay? If I post a status about, I have 2 spots open next month. I've done it multiple times this month already. I have 2 spots open next month. Or I post in my stories, I have 2 spots open next month. Who wants to have a scent social for 3 days? I'll buy you a mini warmer. I, to this day, for months, have not booked a single party, okay, off of doing that. I have, and I will never, I don't think, post or book a party off of a post. The only time that I book parties, the only time is when I open my mouth to somebody one-on-one. and that is being so honest. If your mouth is closed one-on-one to somebody, you're not going to book a party, and you're not going to get orders, and you're not going to have the conversations to join. That is just the truth, okay? And I learned that the hard way, because I was like, I'm doing everything, but then like, am I really doing everything? Am I really reaching out? Because every 20 people, I'm going to have at least one yes. I really feel like, you know, 1 out of every 20 people, you're going to get a yes. But I will never, ever, 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 ever book a party off of a post, period. Okay? You have to private message somebody. Now, this is how I do it, okay? 3-day scent social. I don't call them parties. I call them 3-day scent socials. I post what I will do. I won't go fully into it, but what I will do is I will set their group up on Sunday, because I don't work weekends. I ain't working Scentsy on weekends. I work enough during the week. I'm not working Scentsy on weekends. I'm working a lot right now to build my future, but I'm not working weekends away from my family. So I will set up a group on Sunday, and I'll let my host know, hey, you know, I'll coach train them. I want you to invite a minimum of 15 people, but I don't want any more than 30. Do not blind. I will coach host them. Do not invite more than 30 people. I want you to one-on-one text them. I even have a text print. I have a generic text that I do anyways that I will send them and say, hey girl, just copy this and send this to 15 of your friends. I make it very simple for my hosts to want to host, okay? 3-day scent social. So I will send them a message and say, all right, girl, I'm going to open up your group today. You're going to invite your friends and family on, you know, today on Sunday and tomorrow Monday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, the 3-day scent social is when I will post about Scentsy. I will either do post, or I will post once a day and do a live on Thursday night. That is just how I'm doing it. And it has worked phenomenal for me. I prefer, and I get way more orders when I do a live. And I set my stand up right here. I set this up in front of there, and I just talk for 30 minutes. That's what I do, okay? I didn't do it last year. I did it last month, and that was the parties that I did lives in were the best parties, okay? And if the host doesn't want to do a live, I do one anyways in the middle of the day for people to go back on. But anyways, open it up Sunday. They invite their friends and family Sunday, Monday, and then Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday I post, and then I will let everyone know Friday, hey guys, I don't work the weekend, but the link will be open Saturday, Sunday. We're going to close your host out on Monday. Bam. And I will just schedule one post Saturday, one post Sunday for reminders. Done. But this is what the game changer is for social media, okay? This is the game changer. One, I have that text to people, right? I have that text. It's like literally saved in my phone in my notes section that legit just says, you know, I can always snap a picture of it and show you guys in the comments when I'm done. But it's very simple. It's very simple as like, hey girl, you know, and they can change it. Hey girl, I'm having a Scentsy, our Scent Social online for Scentsy for my girl Courtney. Super pumped about it. Would you love to be a part of it? Browse, shop, look around. It's going to be fun. She's going to do a giveaway. And she's super bomb. She takes, you know, she'll send you a bag of goodies if you order with her, but I'd love to have you in it. You know, here's the link to join. And then all the host has to do is copy that and send it to 15 people. Done. 15 people. I'm like, I don't want 60 people in my group. My mind is not set on max. My mind is set on I want intimate. I want people to want to be there. I get invited to so many parties in the week. Pampered Chef and, I don't know, fingernail party, whatever that one is. And all these parties, okay? All these parties. And it annoys me. And I delete every single one of them. I have only had two people ever ask me to party with them. Hey girl, I'm having a Pampered Chef party for my friend. Would you want to join? If you send me an invite and you ask me one-on-one, I will absolutely support you. But if you blind invite me to a party, if I get one more Pampered Chef party and no one asks me, I'm not doing it. I won't. Delete. Bye. I've had someone actually come to me and say, hey girl, I invited you to get it. And I'm like, you didn't invite me. You clicked an invite button. You did not invite me. That was not personal. That was you going on invite and selecting 100 people to invite. That is not what I want. I want you to ask me, and I want to feel like you want me to be a part of it. That's it. So I tell that to my host. I literally tell it to my host. I'm like, listen, I am that person that will delete an invite. So I really want you to think about your closest 15 friends and families. Invite your grandma, because your grandma's going to order a lot, promise you. Invite your family. Invite your friends. And then whenever we open your party up, I'm going to have my first giveaway for a scent circle. Invite 5 people. All right, anyone that invites 5 people and comments a funny gift below, the party starts tomorrow, I'm going to send the winner a scent circle. Very simple. I use my credits, get free scent circles. It takes 50 cents to send it to somebody. Very, very simple. And typically I will send it to them with their like order gift usually, okay? So that is how I get real personal people in my parties that want to be there. Then when the party starts, I message every single person. This is how my parties are successful. I will message I just did it yesterday. So my party started yesterday, and yes, last night I did one, and this morning I did another one. I messaged every single person in the party, and I said, like one of them was Kathy. I was like, hey Kathy, thanks so much for joining Krista's party. Super pumped to party with you. Have you tried Scentsy before? And she came back and said, yeah, I have a warmer, but I haven't bought wax in a while. I used to have a consultant, and now I don't anymore. And I was like, okay. And I send them my VIP group. All right, girl, I want you to join my VIP group first and foremost. Look around, peek around it. But I'm excited because now you're my customer. I'm going to take care of you whether you order now or you order later, but I'm really pumped to have you here for Krista. She's so lucky to have you and supporting her. I am very personable with my customers. Very. Okay? And it starts with social media because that's how you meet people. That's how you meet people. Okay? And so I will one-on-one text every single person. One-on-one message. Half of them may not see it, but half of them will. All right? I will even go on the party page and say, hey y'all, I sent everyone a personal message, check your folders, because not everyone can see like a message request if you're not friends with them on Facebook. So I start with that. And then at the end of the party on Sunday night or Monday morning, or no, it's really Sunday, it's like Sunday morning, I think it's Sunday night, I will message everyone and send a reminder out, okay? I will message everyone one-on-one in the party. I do like a generic, I do a generic message. Again, a very quick copy and paste. Hey girl, just want to let you know Krista's party closes tonight. If you have any questions whatsoever, let me know. I'd love to help you. Here's her link to shop. I will copy and paste that to everyone in the party on Sunday, like Sunday morning or whatever it is, Sunday afternoon when the kids go down. And every single time I one-on-one message somebody, I always get at least 2 orders, at least 2 more orders. And 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Thanks so much. Oh my God, I didn't see the post. Thanks so much. Let me go back and look at the party. Most people aren't going to watch your parties, which really sucks, but some people do. Okay. So the one-on-one text reminder and the getting to know them. What do you do for work? You know, can I send you a bag of samples for your work after Krista's party? Like stuff like that is how you get people to party with you. All right. And don't call it a party, call it a Scent Social. Scent Socials. And what I did last month to book like next month's, January to book into next month. What I did was I actually just made it like I went to like every week. I'll say 1, 2. So for instance, yesterday I did heavy follow-ups and I went back to the party I had the second week of January, right? And I messaged every single person that ordered in Candace's party the second week of January. And I said, hey babe, and I actually went on my order history, right? And I texted them and I said, hey babe, did you get your, whatever it is, Birds with a Feather warmer? How do you like it? And what's your favorite scent from the wax bars you got? And I did heavy follow-ups that way. So first of all, I'm getting to know like what they want. And then I would ask them, hey, you know, I really, really would love to expand my business even more. I want to meet new people. I want to keep growing. Candace, you know, because of her party, I was able to meet, 10 of you guys now. And I'm really pumped about that. So how would you feel about getting some free and half off? We're going to have the same exact Scent Social as Candace. We're going to have a giveaway for your friends and family as well. I'm going to buy you a 3-pack of wax or a mini warmer, depending on how much your sales get in. And I also get to meet new people. And I've actually had like really good response with that because people want to help you. They want to help you. So if you make it about yourself and about them, people typically have a hard time saying no, or they're like, yeah, I'll help you out, of course. So I feel like since I've changed up my wording to Scent Social instead of party and saying like, hey, I'm really trying to expand my customer base, and also saying like, but I want to get you free and half off because I just got Candace $100 and free. They're like, yeah, let's do it. Okay. So if you haven't had a party in a while and you haven't done that, then I suggest starting to reach out to your customers. Anyone that ordered with you in January, start with them, or even in December. Maybe reach out to those in December and say, hey guys, or hey girl, we have a new catalog this month. How are those scents holding up to you? Are you up, are you due for an update or whatever you want to say? And then when they're like, oh my God, girl, I ran out of my wax bars. I need to get some more. Well, hey, would you want to do a Scent Social? I really would love to meet some new people. I want to get you some free and half off items. What do you think? And I bet you $10 you're going to get a yes. Okay? You won't always, but you will start getting yeses. But you have to ask people. If your mouth is closed, your business is closed. Period. Point blank. Okay? So a lot of my 95% of my business with recruiting, sales, parties, all of that is on social media. You've got to start using social media. Okay? VIP group, one-on-one communication, and Instagram, stories, reels, whatever you want, whatever you feel comfortable with. Just start with something little. Start just sharing the products. Just start little and get comfortable and go there. I also had to find like a really big, I don't want to say, like I really had to dig deep and figure out why I was so nervous to post on social media. And one of my things was I cared 2 years ago a lot about what people thought about me. I had really shitty friends then they just were horrible people, and I would post and they'd be like, oh my god, you look so dumb, Courtney. Like, those are the kind of friends that I had. Okay, not anymore 2 years later, but those were the friends that I had. And I feel like that was part of the reason why I felt so self-conscious and also even my parents, my mom and my sisters watching my stories. I like, you know, when you start social selling, you, like everybody else, it's a pyramid scheme. Like, you know, you look dumb or whatever. That was my mental thoughts when I started doing social media and stuff, that I was scared what my mom was going to think. I was scared what my crappy friends were going to think. All these things. I cared about what people thought about me. Even to this day, I still care sometimes what people think about me. Not as much as back then, but now a little bit. And so I feel like when I took that big step of like, you know what? I don't care what someone thinks about me. I don't care if someone thinks I sound stupid. I don't care if someone thinks I sound or I look, you know, silly, or if someone jokes my double chin. Wow, that was a really bad view. That was cute. Or if someone, whatever, I don't care. If someone's like, oh my god, she's being petty because she's crying on camera, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, they don't pay my bills. I do. And guess what? That stupid video of me crying about my kids and being upset got me a lot of conversations that I had with people that I probably wouldn't have had if I didn't post it. And it opened up to the realm of like, girl, I want to do Scentsy too. I watch your stories all the time and you're so inspirational. You do so much hard work. Even when you're crying over your kids, even when you've had a hard day, you're still showing up for your business. That's what I want people to realize, is that you can be authentically you and not care what other people think and still run a successful business, okay? I am all about cutting excuses. I'm sorry. I've been there and I've done that. I have worked until 5 in the morning. I leave on Sunday or Friday to World Tour, and I've been working until 3 a.m. every single night, okay? Then they care when they care. Yeah, they can care when they pay the bills. Exactly. So yeah, being vulnerable is really hard for someone like me who's wired to care what people think. But when I feel like when you break that circle and you just start posting, and when you make that first post and you're sitting there, I remember I redid one of my stories like 15 times and I was like, God, I look so stupid. Oh, I look so fat. This is a bad angle. I need more lighting. Like, and I kept redoing it. And finally I was like, you know what? F this. And I posted it. I was like, I don't even give a shit anymore. Just post it. And I remember I got like so much feedback that was like, girl, you're so funny. And I just remember that feeling of like relief of like, oh, okay, so they don't really care that I'm wearing the same shirt that I wore yesterday. That's cool. That's great. Okay, cool. They don't really care that my background's not, you know, perfect and cleaned and all that. Like, I have a pile of boxes. I don't give a crap. I don't give a crap. If y'all watch my stories, I'm like laying in bed like half naked with like my hair every which way, and I'm like, morning guys. I don't care anymore. And I feel like when you push that button and you stop caring so much what other people think about you is when your life will significantly change. I really do. I'm proof of that. I am proof. Okay? I'm proof of it. So be you, be authentic, get fun on reels, learn how to do it. If you don't know how to do it, YouTube it. YouTube is great. Okay? And then, yeah, I mean, that's kind of like, use TikTok, IG. Okay, I talked about that. I want to make sure I hit on my key points. I know we kind of went off base with parties and stuff, but I feel like parties did kind of roll into social media just because I use social media in my parties. Like, my parties are based off of, I book them, I get sales, I host them, I meet people all from my parties. And that's how I grow my VIP page, okay? Your VIP page, you want to keep growing. Every single customer should be in your VIP page. Everyone that's ever bought from you should be in your VIP page. You want them to be there. Every Wednesday I do a giveaway. Every Wednesday I do a giveaway. And I will just pick something like this. Actually, excuse me, I have a whole pile of wax bars sitting right here in front of me that I'm doing giveaways for, because you know what? They're retired scents, and I'll put a sticker on here saying they're retired scents, but I don't want them in my office anymore. I don't need them. They were giveaways from last year, and I don't want them anymore. So I'm going to start using these in giveaways the next few weeks, and once a week, every Wednesday, they know Hump Dub. I need to stop. Hump Day Wednesday giveaway. Yes, just be you. Just be you. Stop caring what people think about you. Stop. I was that person. Stop. I remember one day, and this is one of the reasons, I had past tense, had a friend when I was working out heavily and stuff. I'm big in trying to like lose my weight and stuff. I remember when I was getting smaller and my butt was growing, and I posted this story one time, and it was like, it was uncomfortable for me to post it, like talking about like the growth of my own butt and stuff. And I remember I was flexing in the mirror and I was like, oh my God, my butt looks so good in this. And I posted it because I felt really good. And my friend at the time had commented on it on my story and was like, what's it like to live a little booty life? And I instantly deleted the video. I instantly deleted my story because I was so embarrassed. I was like, oh my God, if my own friend is texting me that, like everyone else is probably laughing at me. Okay. That was my thought process. Literally, that was the friend that I had. That was a friend. Or I would spray my Scentsy Fresh on my bed and she would be like, do you ever get tired of doing the same thing every single day? Like, I mean, everyone knows that you use Scentsy Fresh. And I'm like, well, this is getting me sales and this is why my business is booming and yours is not, but it's fine. Those were the kind of friends that I had. Now, I have met my best of friends through Scentsy. I have reconnected with Rachel, Sarah, Shelby. Those are like my girls, right? And I could not imagine not meeting them. And I have, you know, it's through social media and your team and all that. And I just remember that. I remember deleting the story and I was so embarrassed and I was so upset, and I had texted her and I was like, I'm so mad at you for saying that. Like, why would you even say that? I worked really hard. And then I realized, you know what? She does not run my life. She does not dictate what I post, and what she does not matter because you live off of your husband's income, which there's nothing wrong with that because I did too. But I would not sit there and mock somebody else when I wasn't making my own money. That's just the truth of it, okay? I would have been like, do you ever get tired of going? Yeah, well, she didn't have a 9-to-5 either, so she lied to the government to get WIC and all that and was living with her boyfriend, but whatever. We're not going to go there. So anyways, you have to stop caring. And the instant that we stopped becoming friends and that whole clique and they all deleted me off of Instagram and Facebook was the best day of my life, because since then, me and Ryan's life have exploded. We don't have judgmental friends anymore that mock us on Instagram and Facebook and whatever and joke what we're doing. And we are making more money than we've ever made in our entire lives together. So you've got to stop caring what people think about you and start doing, because I'm telling you, you're going to find your tribe. You're going to find your people on Instagram and social media and everywhere else that are like, this is my girl. I love this, right? I love this. It's good to have an inner circle. Yes. Yeah. Build you up. Exactly. So I want you guys to think about that. Now, getting someone, my last thing I'm going to say, getting people into your VIP page, okay, is very important. So what I started to do, I told you before, I got this from Amazon, a big roll of like tickets. I made this. All right. And I stapled this part to it, and on the back here it has like a section for a name. So every month my customers know that I do a giveaway. I will do once a month I close at a party, I will use my rewards and I will buy a mini fan for 15 bucks or $7 half off, or I will buy a Scentsy Go or a mini warmer, or I will open my cabinet and pick out a counter clean. Whatever I want to do, I will do, right? Pick something random. And what I'm going to do is every time someone orders with me through a local order, bundle deal, whatever, I am going to, because I made these, if y'all, I don't know if you guys are anchored in, but I made these. This is my thank you mail from now on. Every week I change the what's happening. Down here, host and join, my thank you note, and on the back here is my VIP page and my Instagram page they can scan. So what I started doing was, I have this, right? Okay. They're going to get a ticket, and on here it just says, each order you place, you will receive a ticket. Hang on to it. At the end of each month, I will draw a winner in my WIC list group on Facebook, okay? In my WIC list Facebook group, sorry. And they're going to keep their ticket. On the back of it, whenever I go to send their mail out, I'm going to write their name, put it in the bin or in the bucket, whatever it is, and at the end of the month, I'm going to draw them. Now, I have made it clear in my VIP page and in my parties. So I had the 2 parties I had last week. I started doing it last week, so I was like, you know, everyone that ordered this party, I'm going to do it. So at every party following last week, I said, hey guys, you're going to receive a ticket in the mail. Make sure you keep it. The only way that you're going to win is if you're in my VIP page, okay? If they're not in my VIP page, they're not winning, period. Period. I will keep drawing until someone in my VIP page or whoever's in my VIP page ticket I get. So from that alone, I have had so many parties where I'm like, all right, girl, thanks for your order. Go ahead and join my VIP group. I never get people joining. Like, it was like pulling teeth to get someone to join my VIP group. But the last 2 parties that I did, the last 2 weeks when I did this, and I said, hey, you have to be in my VIP group to get to win, you know, at the end of the month. You're entered in now. I had people, every single person, I think except for 2 people, join my Facebook group, okay? I have never had so many people join my Facebook group. So, you better bet I am doing this from here on out, period, okay? This is a rack card I created on Canva, okay? Rack card. And then I just went on Word and just did it sideways on a piece of paper 3 times and sliced it. All right, so that's what I'm doing, and it's worked wonders getting people into my VIP group. And then once a month, I would do a giveaway for like bath wash or a room spray. I'm like, all right, guys, it's that time of the month. Let's grow my group. Invite 2 friends. Invite 2 friends. Invite 2 friends. Comment a funny gift below. So I also, when I do my giveaway Wednesdays, I would do something like very silly. Like last week, I did what's the temperature outside and what's the temperature in your house. And it was when it snowed. So the week before is when it snowed. And every Wednesday, the giveaway is for something not Scentsy related. It's simply like, what did you guys do this weekend? Or, you know, post a picture of your kids. What was the temperature in your house? Today I posted, what do you do for work? And a stay-at-home mom does count. And I already have like 40 comments on it. So that already is it's gonna let me get to know where my customers work, and it may open up a conversation of like, hey girl, can I send you a bag to your work? Like you work with like a lot of people. Like, can I send you a bag and you get free and half off? Drop it at your lunch table, you know, whatever. It's going to open up that conversation. So I make sure that like at least once a month, it's something to like get to know my customers even more. But it's a simple giveaway. So I'll just take this wax bar, and yeah, it might be $2 to send, but every time I get paid, I throw $100 on my stamps. That's just what I do. And I'll mail that out, okay? So maybe think about doing a giveaway once a week, or maybe once every other week on your VIP page, and people will start watching, you know, what you do and stuff. So that's kind of my biggest tips. I don't know if you guys have any questions. I know that was like a really long video. I told Ryan it would be 30 minutes, and it's probably been an hour now. But that's what I do, okay? If you guys have any questions, let me know. But I know that was a lot to take in. I'm a lot. I have a hard time not talking. Well, I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. I'm glad. If you have any questions at all, let me know. I really hope that helps. I really encourage you. In the next week, I really encourage you, break out of your comfort zone. Okay? You've got to have that mindset if you want to be successful in a business like Scentsy and social selling and marketing. You've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to be comfortable being uncomfortable, okay? Growth does not happen in comfort zones. So when your mouth is closed, your business is closed. So have these one-on-one conversations. Get these, you know, reels or these stories going. Start showing your face. Start your VIP page. Those are the ones that love you the most. Get 10 samples in front of you, or get the All Is Well collection and do a live sniff session in your VIP page, okay? People are going to feel your excitement for it, okay? They're going to feel it. When I'm sniffing this bar, but I don't want to smell that one. I have my parosmia. It really sucks. Okay, not smelling that one. But like stargazing. Oh my God. Wow, it does smell really good. Hold on. You go in your VIP page, open up wax bar, okay? 10 minutes, and just say, oh my God, it smells so good, buy it. Like, show your excitement for your business, and people will buy from you. I promise you. Okay, I promise you. When they know you love something and you make a wax bar look exciting, they're going to buy. Okay. All right. Oh, y'all are welcome. So my Instagram is Courtney, COURTNEY_P.S. Well, I'm glad you guys liked it. All right, love you guys. Any questions, drop them below, and I will comment and I will reply to them and whatnot. Send me a personal message if you want to. Totally fine. But I'm so glad you guys enjoyed it. I will talk to you later.